17th place Luton Town take on relegation battle in Sheffield Wednesday at Kenilworth Road. The Hatters are in patchy form, having won just once in their last 8 outings in all competitions, which came in a 1-0 win away at Birmingham City. Sheffield Wednesday will fancy their chances in this match, despite only winning 2 of their last 6 games against the likes of Wycombe Wanderers and Bournemouth. Hello guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Now today it's a match preview. It's Luton Town versus Sheffield Wednesday. But before I get on with today's match preview guys, here is Sheffield Wednesday fan Ben Ruth with his thoughts about this game.
Hi, I'm Ben Ruth, I'm Lewis's housemate and I'm a Sheffield Wednesday fan. My score prediction for the game is going to be Luton Town 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Not a good one for the neutral at all. I don't think from a score prediction there's going to be many goals, if any. Luton, I know, are having a tough time of late finding the back of the net, and Sheffield Wednesday certainly are. We haven't scored since our 2-0 win at Wycombe on the 9th of February, and we certainly don't look like scoring in any of our recent games. So I think it's going to be a 0-0, and if not a 0-0, I think Luton will probably win 1-0.
Where are currently both teams in the Championship? Well, Sheffield Wednesday are currently 23rd, where Luton are currently 17th. At this moment in time, Luton are 10 points ahead of Sheffield Wednesday, but only 9 points away from those relegation places. What was the last game for both teams? Well, Sheffield Wednesday lost 3-0 away from home against Brentford, where Luton got a 1-1 home draw against Millwall. When was the last time Sheffield Wednesday and Luton played each other? Well, it was last year, and Luton got a 1-0 away win against them. What are the talking points for this game? Well, let's go back to the last time Sheffield Wednesday and Luton played each other. So in the last game, Luton obviously won 1-0 away from home. Both teams actually created loads of chances, and when I look back at this game, I didn't realise the amount of chances Sheffield Wednesday actually had. I thought from memory Luton done very well and got the deserved win, but when you look at the statistics, Sheffield Wednesday created a lot of chances, but they just didn't take them. However, I do remember a certain Pelly Ruddock who was brilliant that day. He also scored the only goal of the game. Luton scored about 3 minutes after Sheffield Wednesday went down to 10 men. Luton could have also scored after 30 seconds where Danny Hilton went round the keeper but missed the target. It was a crazy game from start to finish. As we all know, Sheffield Wednesday are currently down there in the table and they urgently need points. The -6 points obviously hasn't helped them, and if they didn't get that, they won't be in the relegation places. So they need points. You know, they are desperate for points. They've got some big games coming up. Luton also have big games coming up where we need to win to make sure we stay away from those relegation places. But Wednesday also need to win those games because they don't obviously want to go down to League One. And to be fair, I think most Sheffield Wednesday fans will look at this and go, we need to get something away to Luton. Luton obviously not performing the best recently, so this could be a chance for them to get some points away from home. Do I think they'll time waste? Possibly, depending on how the game's going. But Luton could avoid all that if they take the lead early on, or get more than one goal, which Luton have been struggling to do recently. Do I think Sheffield Wednesday will go down? Now, before the season started, I did predict them to go down. That's because their minus points deduction was a lot bigger than what it currently was. And also, I just didn't think the players had enough fight in the team to stay up. However, the quality is there. They have players who have played plenty of years in the Championship, so there's no reason why they can't stay up. It's just, do they have the right passion, the right fight to grind out results and obviously climb up that Championship table? A win is definitely needed for Luton. You know, recently the performances haven't been the best. Goals are not happening, and that needs to change. Obviously, some disappointing results, the 3-0 away defeat to Stoke and the 1-1 home draw to Millwall was very disappointing for Luton fans. But despite conceding in the last minute to Millwall on Tuesday night, there were positives in that game. But the question is though, can Luton create more positives and grind out 3 points at home to Sheffield Wednesday? Luton are desperate for a win. If Luton lose at home to Sheffield Wednesday, then panic buttons are going to be pressed. As Luton are not too far away from the relegation places, you think 9 points is enough? It's not. Luton really need to start grinding out results and start getting them. Not just scoring one goal and just holding on throughout the whole game. You need to score more than one goal to win a football match. Big questions for Nathan Jones. Will he play the same starting 11 that played against Millwall? Now, I highly recommend he does, because it worked, and it worked really well. It was a positive starting 11, and Luton looked like scoring goals. If certain players get dropped, so the likes of Ince, Adebayo and Morel, then for me, I would be very frustrated with that. But I feel like that would also upset a lot of supporters as well. Nathan has also hinted today, in fact, as I'm recording this video, that a certain someone could be returning back in defence, either Lockyer or Matty Pearson. So that's a massive positive for Luton. But I would highly recommend Luton to keep the same lineup. If we are going to make a change, then obviously take out Craney and bring in Matty Pearson or Lockyer. But apart from that, I wouldn't really change it. And the last talking point here, Sheffield Wednesday have the 21st worst away form in the Championship. So this is a massive advantage for Luton to get some points at home. But even though I say that, Luton only have the 18th best home record. So Wednesday fans will be looking at it and thinking, well, Luton are not amazing at home. So there is a massive chance that they could get something. And I feel like, although a win would be better than a draw, I don't think a draw for Wednesday fans is the end of the world. How do both teams get a result in this game? Well, we're going to talk about how Wednesday will score against Luton if they were to play a certain way. As Luton fans know, Luton can't defend against teams that cross the ball into the box and win their aerial battles in the air. It's something which, for some weird reason at the club, Luton just can't defend. Conceded goals against Stoke and conceded goals against Millwall exactly like that. If Wednesday did their research, they would know that if they cross the ball into the box to Patterson, then there's a likely chance that he could potentially score, or Rhodes if he does start. Adam Reach and Bannon, they have the abilities to score some very good goals, especially from outside the box. Luton tend to give teams space and time from outside the box. You can't give players like Adam Reach and Bannon time outside the box because they will use their quality to score, especially with Adam Reach. Type his name on YouTube and you will understand what I'm talking about. And another weakness in Luton's defence is counter-attacks. Luton can't really defend against them. However, I don't think Wednesday are the quickest team going forward, and I can't see them playing that type of system where they will counter-attack us. I feel like if they do, I feel like Luton will be able to handle the pace of it. So I don't think that could be an area which Wednesday will target. I think they will target more shooting from distance and just putting crosses into the box because Luton just can't defend against those. How do I think Luton will get a result against Sheffield Wednesday? Now, there's two big weaknesses I think Wednesday have: defending set pieces and also counter-attacks. I watched their game against Brentford on Wednesday night, and to be fair, if a team like Brentford is creating loads of chances and being dangerous from set pieces, then I think that's something you need to worry about, because Brentford, they're not the most physical side in the Championship. They're not really the best team at set pieces. But the fact that they were able to create chances from set pieces makes me feel a little bit more positive that we could do the same against them. And obviously the other weakness they have is counter-attacks. I do think Luton can use that to their advantage, but we're not really a counter-attacking side. But I feel like the pace of Adebayo, Ince, Cornick, Clark could cause them a lot of problems. What is my score prediction for this game? Now, I'm going with a 1-0 Luton win. I feel like Luton are desperate for a win. It needs to happen. I feel like Wednesday, on the back of a 3-0 loss to Brentford, yeah, they're probably expecting a reaction, but I don't think they're going to get it against Luton. I feel like Luton are desperate, and if Luton don't win, then there's going to be a lot more problems going forward. As I said earlier, that gap will get smaller and Luton can't afford that to happen. So Luton need to start getting wins, especially with some big games coming up against teams who are down there in the Championship. So there you have it, guys. That is the end of the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like on today's video if you did. Comment below your score predictions and your starting 11s that you will play against Sheffield Wednesday. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Don't forget to follow me across all my social media if you haven't done already. And I'll see you guys in the next video.